Mukshambani salary pay nahi, business growth and net worth increase esi earn cart hain. Is liye average estimates hain, 1,600 per second 95, 000 per minute 5, 7 million per hour 136 million per day 4, 1 billion per month 50 billion per year business growth based.
How much money does Ronaldo make? $6.3 per second, $380 per minute, $22,800 an hour, $500,000 per day, over $16.6 million a month, and $200 million per year. How much money does Celine Dion make? $0.32 per second, $19.7 per minute, $1,180 an hour, $28,300 per day, $198,000 per week, over $850,000 a month, and $10.3 million per year.
Did you know how much Donald Trump earns in dollars every month and every year? Let's break it down simple and clear. As the President of the United States, Donald Trump's official salary is $400,000 per year. That means about $33,333 per month. This is the fixed salary given to every US president. Fun fact, Trump publicly said he donated his presidential salary instead of keeping it. Along with salary, a US president also gets official allowances, $50,000 for expenses, $100,000 for travel, $19,000 for entertainment. When you add everything together, the total official package becomes around $569,000 per year. Now here's the big part. Donald Trump is not just a politician, he's a businessman. His income comes from real estate, luxury hotels, golf course, brand licensing, books, media deals, and digital products. Reports show that in recent years, Trump earned hundreds of millions of dollars annually from business, far more than his presidential salary. That's how Donald Trump earns from the White House and from big business. Follow for more USA trending stories.
How much money does Elon Musk make? $3,000 per second, $197,000 per minute, $10.7 million an hour, $257 million per day, over $7.8 billion a month, and $94 billion per year.
As 2025 comes to a close, CBS News is looking back on all the news that made headlines this year. Lindsay Reiser has more. From tariffs to immigration to a government shutdown, 2025 marked a year of historic political events and policy changes. And CBS News polling was tracking Americans' reactions through all of it. CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys Anthony Sponto joins us now to break all of this down. So Anthony, let's go ahead and start with the new Trump administration. How did people react at first, and how did their views change? Greater than. Hey there, Lindsay. Yeah, let's go to January and start off with that Trump administration. When it first came in, immediately afterwards, people told us in big numbers they thought he was doing what he had promised in the campaign.
How much money does Mr. Beast make? $3.2 per second, $190 per minute, $11,400 an hour, $174,000 per day, $1.9 million per week, over $8.3 million per month, and $100 million per year.
Night of another boat strike in international waters. A new escalation in President Trump's pressure campaign on Venezuela now coming to light. The U.S. has been hitting alleged drug trafficking boats at sea for months. The most recent killing to yesterday, according to the Pentagon, but now President Trump revealing an attack on Venezuelan soil, saying his administration took out what he calls a big facility. Greater than. There was a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. Greater than. Reporter. NBC News has not been able to verify where or when it happened, and the president previously said he's authorized the CIA to take action in Venezuela, but he would not say who was behind the strike. Greater than. Is the facility taken out by the U.S. military or another entity like the CIA? Greater than. Along. Well, I don't want to say that I know exactly who it was, but I don't want to say who it was, but it was along the shore. Greater than. Reporter. Venezuela's leader Nicolas Maduro has repeatedly denounced the U.S.-Arizona military buildup in the region and President Trump monitoring another conflict from his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, speaking by phone again with Russian President Vladimir Putin as the U.S. continues to push for a ceasefire in Ukraine. Greater than. It was a very productive talk. I mean, we have a few very thorny issues. Greater than. Reporter. Putin telling Trump Ukrainian drones tried to attack one of his residences in northwestern Russia, which Ukraine denies. Greater than. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive because they're offensive. It's another to attack his house. Greater than. Reporter. Russia's foreign minister saying his country's negotiating position will be reconsidered following the alleged incident. Greater than. IT feels like we've been here before. Where do the peace talks go from here? Greater than. Reporter. Well, Laura, some of those thorny issues that President Trump mentioned include questions over land and the length of security guarantees, and the next meeting is in January when European allies will meet in Paris. All of this could be complicated by that alleged drone attack on one of Putin's residences overnight. Ukraine stressed that Russia is not providing any evidence the strike even happened. The Kremlin is calling any suggestion that IT was made.
Yesterday, there was an explosion overnight and the Russians say that Ukraine tried to hit the residence of President Putin. Do you have any information? Greater than. I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning. Greater than. You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it early in the morning. He said he was attacked. It's no good. Russian officials. Greater than. Don't forget. You know, the tomahawks. I stopped the tomahawks. I didn't want that coups we're talking about. You know, it's a delicate period of time. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive because they were offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that and can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about. The Supreme Court has delivered a judicial ruling of such magnitude that it has fundamentally destabilized Donald Trump's legal position, sending the former president and his entire legal apparatus into a state of profound disarray. We are witnessing a historic inflection point that virtually no observer anticipated, and the ramifications for Trump's defense strategy are nothing short of catastrophic. In a decision that legal historians and constitutional scholars are already characterizing as unprecedented in American jurisprudence, the Supreme Court has ordered Donald Trump to immediately surrender financial records, internal business communications, and sensitive documents that even his own counsel did not realize were under active investigation. This was not a routine procedural dismissal. This was the nation's highest court removing a protective barrier to expose concealed evidence. A sealed grand jury investigation has been operating covertly, running parallel to every known prosecution for more than 12 months. Trump is now legally compelled to hand over evidence that could reveal an entirely new dimension of criminal exposure previously hidden from public view. What makes this particularly extraordinary is that the Supreme Court managed to maintain complete secrecy around proceedings of this magnitude for an extended period. We are discussing a clandestine legal process conducted entirely outside public awareness, a hidden judicial battle that even Trump's lead defense attorneys were reportedly unaware of until the decisio and was announced.
In 2025, education in the United States is undergoing one of the most important transformations in its history. For decades, students relied on traditional homework help systems such as after-school tutoring centers, private tutors, textbooks, and help from parents or older siblings. While these methods played a vital role in shaping generations of learners, they were limited by time, cost, availability, and teaching style. Today, artificial intelligence-powered tutors have emerged as a powerful alternative, fundamentally changing how students learn, practice, and understand academic concepts. AI tutors are not just supporting students with homework. They are redefining what personalized learning truly means. The rise of AI tutors did not happen overnight. It is the result of years of advancements in machine learning, natural language processing, and data analytics. By 2025, AI tutors in the United States are capable of understanding student questions, adapting to learning styles, tracking progress, and providing instant feedback at a level that traditional homework help simply cannot match. This shift has made AI tutors a preferred choice for millions of students, parents, and educators across the country.
Do you know how the US grew from just a few colonies into a giant 11 times bigger, and all within 100 years? Back in 1776, North America was divided between Britain, Spain, and indigenous lands that Europeans hadn't taken yet. At that time, the 13 British colonies adopted the Declaration of Independence and declared themselves the United States of America. After years of fighting, Britain officially recognized their independence through the Treaty of Paris. The US gained vast territory all the way to the Mississippi River and began actively settling it. In 1803, a massive land deal with France doubled the size of the US through the Louisiana Purchase. A few years later, Florida was partly taken by force and partly purchased from Spain. After Texas split from Mexico and joined the US, the Mexican-American War broke out, and in the end, the US gained the entire West. Massive Americans along the Oregon Trail led to an agreement with Britain. The border was set at the 49th parallel.